I'd like to start off by saying I'm really nervous right now. I don't think I've ever been up here before. So I'm going to tell my kind of little story about my youth group experience, I guess. My name is Timmy Lane, and I was born and baptized, raised, and confirmed in the Methodist Church. My parents were youth leaders, and I watched my older sister and brother be a part of their youth group, so I pretty much knew what I was looking forward to all this youth group stuff at my old church in North Carolina. And I remember being so excited when I started 6th grade because I was able to go to youth group and be with my older siblings, but then it was like just all like cut off, like really short, because my family moved to Stillwater, Oklahoma in December of 2003. Wasn't very happy when we moved. I liked North Carolina, I liked our house, I liked the church, my friends, and I knew that I wasn't going to find any of those things in Oklahoma. The reason we moved to Stillwater was because my grandma had gotten cancer for the 3rd time, and my family wanted to be closer to her while she was fighting it. 6 months later, she passed away. But over those the next 3 years, I tried different youth groups, but didn't ever really feel like I was a part of any of them. Being the weird homeschool kid is kind of already a turnoff, but most of these kids had been together, since they were little, and just wasn't enough room than most of them. But in 2007, my mom said I should go to the First United Methodist Church youth group and try it out. And I told her that I didn't want to, because I was already kind of convinced that I had gotten cheated out of my youth group experience. Even though I didn't want to go, my mom made me start going to Sunday school, and there I met Tim Best. I don't know if you guys know Tim Best. I'd only been going for a little bit, and Tim just started talking like he already knew me, and completely accepted me into the church. And I thought Tim was the coolest guy ever. He also got me started in the youth band, which changed my life a lot. But the really cool thing was everyone in this church was like that. Within a month or two, I was already a part of the church. There was no cliques, nothing, no exclusion. Everybody was welcome. The only problem though was at the time there wasn't an actual youth, there wasn't a youth group. We only a couple of the core church kids came on Sunday and Wednesday because we weren't really doing anything. We kind of got in the habit of not really doing anything for a while. But I started to see that, and it was just a little depressing because it was like my last chance at a youth group. Or at least my last chance at a youth group. But soon we heard we were getting a new youth coordinator named Alton Carter. I wasn't really excited about that either because you just start getting used to things. But a little side story, I had already met Alton Carter once when I heard he was coming. I was at the skate park and I tried to do a trick off the pyramid. I just fell on my back, and Alton Carter pops over me and he's like, "Hey, we're having a skate party. You want to come? There's pizza and stuff." And he scared me off. I was like, man, I was so excited. I remember that. But Alton was a lot different from our last youth minister, and I wasn't really sure about him. But something I learned really fast was that he grows on you. Slowly, I started seeing the atmosphere changing. We started having devotion. He asked us to bring our friends. We started playing dodgeball and started doing things for the community. Something really unique we started doing was singing songs. We just sing a song after every youth group. So we have prayer, everything we call sing a song. And I slowly started to notice that the circle of kids that were singing got bigger and bigger every time we'd sing. But even though they got bigger, there were still no cliques. Everyone was still just hanging out together. But I remember the first time it really did click, when you could really feel it was last year. Alton ended the devotion with a song like normal, but he turned off all the lights. And when you turn off the lights, everyone can sing really, really good because they can't see each other. So that was amazing. We all moved in close, and it was just everybody sang with the lights off. And even though we were doing other great things like Youth Force and Random Acts of Kindness, those are the moments that I'm going to remember forever. Because the connection I felt with everybody was just unreal. And I can't even begin to explain in words. I wasn't just a part of a youth group anymore. It wasn't just a youth group thing. I was actually part of a family. And I can truthfully say that it's the closest, tightest youth church family, I think, Stillwater, United States. If I could do it all over again, all over have all my life at one church and get to grow up play as kids, I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't trade these last 2 years with Alton, or in this whole youth group, the whole Methodist church, for anything. I'd like to thank the Methodist Church for having that building over there, because that is just amazing. None of it could be done, because that's like our building, like the Family Life Center, where we can go and have a youth group, and not just, you're not using someone else's space. And then I'd like to thank the Davises for making me part of their family at the family camp, Alton for igniting the youth group, and every person in this youth group for changing me and changing my mind about everything I thought about missing youth group. My mouth is getting really dry. So last, just thank you for everybody for just completely changing everything I thought about it.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Nowak, for those of you that don't know. I was born down the street in the hospital, raised in this church, and this is the last year of it. I'll come back as much as I can. When I was writing this sermon, there was a saying that just kept popping in my head. It's a book title by Hillary Clinton, and it's an old African proverb that says, "It takes a village to raise a child." Well, this congregation raised me. Ever since I've been little, I've been running through the halls of this church, in the office, in the sanctuary, I've been everywhere. And all the people in this church have just come together and they've raised me like their own child. They've always given me compliments, they've always talked to me like a friend or a family member, and I appreciate that so much. I can see the grace of God in every person's face that I pass here, especially in the youth, because as Timmy said, our youth is a family. We fight, we bicker, we get mad at each other, but at the end of the day, we come back together and we're friends. It's just whether we're on a mission trip, and mission trips bring us closer to the community, because we're reaching out to our community and helping people, and we're coming closer together ourselves. And this has helped me so much in my life with music. I'm a giant music nerd, I'm going to admit it. And the youth has helped me so much with that, because so many of my friends have been in band with me. I've grown up with them, and they've helped me realize who I am and what I want to be. I want to close with a quote that I found online. It's from a man named Ken Newborn that he wrote in a book, Letters to My Son, A Father's Wisdom on Manhood, Life, and Love. I haven't read the book, but this quote I feel fits my life perfectly. I sometimes like to think of God as a great symphony, and the various spiritual paths as instruments in an orchestra. The gift that you have is like music waiting to be played. You need only to find the instrument that will best bring it out. You alone can never play all the instruments, and your music might not find voice in all the instruments. All you can do is find the instrument that suits you best, play it as well as you can, and add your music to the great symphony of divine creation. I see this church as my great symphony. It's coming to an end, but it will always be there. Thank you.